Yo, what is up guys, Ghost here, and today, sadly, we have to talk about a pretty big case of harassment that has been going on for months and months that DICE are seemingly doing very little about. I am of course referring to the recent case of Ash BF, a Battlefield 2042 Twitch streamer who is known for being extremely skilled in the Nightbird, who has been the target of ongoing abuse and stream sniping. And I wanted to make a video about this specifically because I have been targeted by similar harassment in the past, and I know how terrible it makes you feel. It basically just makes you want to quit content creation altogether. So these guys are a bunch of players from Battlefield 4, and what they're doing is jumping into his games, sometimes 20 or more at a time, watching on his stream for when he spawns in the helicopter, and then sending a barrage of missiles his way until he dies, sometimes to the point where he's already dead as soon as he spawns in. If they use up their missiles, no big deal, they just kill themselves and respawn. Once they finally do kill him, more stream snipers that are on his own team are then utilizing a bug that keeps your character in limbo between a revive and a death, so that Ash cannot get revived or cancel it and go back to the score screen. And it doesn't stop there, they've even gone so far as to rename their accounts with the same name as Ash's friend and co-pilot Simon Wang, who tragically took his own life earlier in January this year.
That's fucked up. No. They're going too far with that. No. That is fucked up. That's fucked up.
All of this just to get a rise out of him, just to see him cave in live on stream and break down and suffer. That's what they want. They're nothing more than online bullies, and if there's one thing I can't stand, it's bullying. Now, luckily, Ash was able to push through. He kept on streaming, he persevered, he kept on playing despite the harassment, and he actually managed to get partnered on Twitch. Now, you might ask, how are they following him around in the first place? So since Ash is an OCE player, so that's Australia, New Zealand, and the rest of the South Pacific, I believe, there are very few servers going at any one time. So all they really need to do is wait until he queues for a game on stream, queue at the same time as him, and as long as one of them ends up in his game, the rest can then join on them and the harassment begins. So he literally has nowhere to run. He's getting harassed every single stream, all stream long, every day. Now, as I previously mentioned, I've had some experience with this myself. Back before Battlefield 2042 released, I would regularly stream Battlefield 4 on Twitch, and as a pretty well-known jet pilot at the time, every single time I would go live, I had people trying to throw me out of the sky at any given opportunity. It didn't matter what day or time I went live, they would always be there. And if I tried to play infantry, they would send a barrage of UCAVs my way from across the map and blow me up. Don't get me wrong, it was nowhere near the level of harassment that Ash is seeing, but nevertheless, it was almost enough to make me just want to pack in the whole thing. You cannot ban people, unfortunately, from watching your stream on Twitch. You can only ban them from the chat, and in most cases, they're anonymous, and they can change their in-game names at will. I was pretty much miserable streaming the game, and it was only because we had community-run private servers that I was able to find some respite. Luckily, I befriended one of the server owners, and he banned anybody who was stream sniping me at the time, so that at least in that one server, I was safe to play the game there normally and have a good time. However, with the lack of private servers in Battlefield 2042, that obviously isn't possible, and the only tools we have to fall back on to combat this, frankly, disgusting situation come in the form of in-game harassment reports. And well, we can all tell how far that's gotten him. Here's the description that we're actually given in-game here for the harassment. Report somebody for misusing gameplay mechanics to harass another player, like stream sniping or stalking. That is literally a 100% accurate statement right there of what these guys are doing to Ash. They're abusing the revive mechanics, they're stream sniping him, and they're stalking him. Now, Ash, and I'm sure many of his community members, have of course reported these guys over and over, and nothing has seemingly been done. I've seen him constantly reach out to the community managers for Battlefield 2042 on Twitter without so much as an answer, and this has been going on for months, and I have never once seen them reply to him. Now, I am aware that the community managers are not responsible for banning people and policing the game. They don't have that power, but they can report. Thing is, I have witnessed several conversations between the community managers and other players where somebody posts a clip of, let's say, a blatant hacker, and they at the community managers on Twitter, and the CMs will then reply saying, okay, thanks for bringing this to my attention, I'll forward this to the right people. So why can't they do the same thing for Ash? It's so blatantly obvious that he is being ignored. And again, that comes back to this whole double standards thing with DICE and EA. It really just looks like they simply do not care about some people. However, I will of course take into account that this is a tricky situation. This is not just, one player, but a group of players, and it may take some legwork on their part to really figure out who is doing the stream sniping and who isn't. After all, you can't just ban every single player who fires a missile at Ash, right? Anyway, despite DICE being pretty quiet on the whole situation, I really do hope that behind the scenes they are looking into this. And actually, just now, as I've been writing and recording this video, I've seen Kevin Johnson, Total FPS, has replied here to somebody referring to the revive bug, I guess you can call it, where they're abusing the revive technique here to keep Ash in a perpetual state of not being able to spawn or get revived. And Kevin replies here saying that as part of our monitoring of the ongoing situation, we will also be making alterations to the revive function in one of the future updates. Nothing more to share on that at this early point, but it will help remedy this type of specific behavior. So they are doing something about that, and it does say that they are monitoring the ongoing situation. I'm sure that the drama hasn't, been lost on them. The thing is though, why did we have to have this much drama in the first place for DICE to actually stand up and do something about it? Now, I already know from reading comments elsewhere about this on Twitter and other people's YouTube videos and that a lot of you may be of the opinion that, why should I care if some guy who uses nothing but the Nightbird is getting stream sniped? I don't like Ash anyway, he deserves it, etc. I've seen all these kinds of comments. And, I don't know Ash super well or anything either. I've had a couple of chats with him over the past year about some helicopter stuff, and we hopped in Discord before I made this video for a quick chat. But I do know this. Practicing and honing your skill in a single area of Battlefield 2042, in this case flying the Nightbird, is not an offense. He's not doing anything wrong. You may not like that he only flies the Nightbird and that he kills you a lot, but that doesn't make it wrong. After all, he does have over 3,500 hours of pretty much just flying the Nightbird. So, I think something would actually be wrong if he wasn't kicking our ass, right? But the bottom line here is that love Ash or hate him, harassing any player like this should absolutely result in a ban. It really is that black and white here. It's cut and dry, whatever you want to call it. I just don't think anyone deserves this kind of abuse. Anyway, I will leave it at that, guys. DICE, if you're not already, please do look into this. Do something about it. Your players really deserve a better experience. As always, guys, thank you for watching today, and I'll see you in the next one.